Hey people, Craggy again, and I'm looking. Well, before I look at a toy, I'm going to look at some other toys. Because I got some Gundam markers, and one of the things I thought I would try out is my little Candy Kit Port Max. Um, I've got a set of a load of different colours and a couple of metallic ones, and I've got a couple more on the way. Um, I thought I'd give the colours a shot on this just to see what it was like. Now, one of the ones I got was a panel liner, and honestly, it hasn't really done anything. Like you can see the back of his leg there. Okay, it looks quite nice on camera, but doesn't look spectacular on the toy. Um, there's some up there as well. I suppose it does help bring it out a little bit, but I thought I'm going to paint the head because this is all stickers, and I thought give him his eyes, maybe do lines on the face. I can't remember how well defined the face is, but I know there's definitely sculpting. And do the horns. Before I sort of peeled those off, I thought I'll have a look and see what it's like on it. Now, a little red bit on his chest there, I did that. And I did another bit on there. And I did another bit on, well, a couple of bits on there. Just bring out little details. I thought I'll try on bits that are not noticeable and not obvious first of all, in case it does look horrible. And then honestly, the red, I'm not sure about the red on the grey. But I tried the blue out. You can see on there. It's not quite the same colour as this blue, but it does look really nice. That's only one coat there, and it looks really decent. So I'll probably stick another coat on it, and then I'll give the old horns a go. With the face being white, I think the red might show up a lot nicer on that. I've tried out a couple of minicons and stuff as well. I'm going to show you this guy. He is Beast Wars Transmetal Scavenger? Sonar? Sonar, I think he is. It rings a bell. He's a bat. And I had two of these. So what I did was, I gave one a little going over with the metallic silver pen I got. I did try doing a little bit of panel lining, but it didn't look like anything at all on the dark grey. You could barely notice it. So I'll try the actual grey pen I got, and it was actually turned out it was sort of metallic silver. So if you look there and there, you can see all the little mechanical details on the inside of his wings I've picked out, and up there, and then some on the leg as well. Now, I've not done the best job in the world of that, but you know what? It does add something to it. It does make it look pretty nice. It's not something I'm going to be going and doing on loads of toys. I don't think I'm going to go crazy with it. But it was just to get an idea how they work. And I don't have any of my Gundam kits that I've bought yet. They've not arrived. So um, I thought I got some new thing to try out. I'm going to try it out. And honestly, quite happy. I mean, you look on the claws there. Um, there's a big difference. It does help bring out little details quite a lot. I suppose it's the same as paint because that's basically what these things are. They've got paint in them. But I wasn't sure because you get 6 for a tenner basically. Um, so I wasn't sure how it was going to look. Actually turned out really well. Um, I'm going to get the hang of it, I think. I've done a couple of mini cons. I've touched up like their faces and well, arms microns, and I could see it being something that I'll do. I used to paint models and things, so it's just I don't have any of my painting gear anymore or any paints. So I thought, well, cut out the middleman, just get a pen and a paint in it. So Yeah, I could see that being a thing. I've also watched some Gundam shows now. A couple of, about 10 episodes of Gundam Seed, and I watched all of Gundam Unicorn, and really liked Unicorn. Thought I better watch it because I'm getting two of the models from it, and so far, I think I'm probably going to be a fan of that whole franchise thing. But before I get into any of that stuff, I've just opened and played with today and yesterday the last of my auto assembly bots. I've still got reviews that I can do of a lot of different ones, but one of the ones that I picked up that I thought I really want to do something on, really want to do a video on, is Mania King. It's basically Galvatron. When the first one was announced, um, it was a very different purple colour, and the legs were a lot whiter, and the barrel was mostly grey and a little bit of orange. They've swapped that around. They've changed the purple tremendously, and they've darkened up the grey parts, the legs and the side skirts and the arms. So it all looks a lot more like the Galvatron that I would expect and that I would want. And I've been debating on whether or not to buy it. And auto assembly, it was 2 days before auto assembly maybe. Kapow put up that they had them in stock, or that they did have them in stock. Everyone had sold out. Everyone that had pre-ordered had been sent out. And I thought he does look rather nice in the pictures. And they confirmed that the version they were getting was the one with the extra added stuff. So the only things that were putting me off about getting this, the only things I was on the fence about were the colours, the fact that there's no wrist swivel, so he does have this gorilla arms kind of thing going on, and the head. And the head, it wasn't a big deal. It looks nice. It's the horns. Horns aren't completely what I would want out of a Galvatron. Um, but when Kapow mentioned the price and the little extra surprise, and I seen the colours, that fixed enough of the issues that I was willing to get it. Now, the one thing that I have noticed about this one, and pretty much noticed it straight out of the box, was the purple on the sides. Very different purple to the rest of the toy. It is on the back there as well, and it's much more of a violet, like a light sort of. Can't think of any other toys that have got it. It's more of a purpley chewit than well, the main body of him is violet as well, but it's more of a muted sort of like a blueberry muffin, I suppose. But yeah, the main color of him much more like a Galvatron that I would want. The rest of the colors are pretty fantastic, and he also, and I should be able to do this without endangering anyone. He also has a little laser on him there. I'm being aware not. Oh, yeah, I can see it behind me. Yeah, so I'm not pointing that at my eye. I'm going to switch off now. I'm going to just point it at the camera again. Okay, now I'm going to switch it off. Because it is supposed to be quite a powerful laser. I could blind myself, even worse than I already am. So, it's very fun though. I mean, if you want, you can shine it on all kinds of stuff. Um, so that was a cool little bonus. And some of them come with LED. Depends on what country you're importing it to. And the gun comes off, as you can see, fairly easily there. This bit detaches as well for transformation. It's got this shiny chrome on the sides of it, which is also a little bit nicer if we can't just get an all orange one. Clear orange would have been preferable. Like, I would have been happy not to get light up stuff if it was like translucently orange. But you know what? It looks bloody lovely as it is anyway. Now he has a lot of a lot of articulation. You can put him in some really nice poses. He's got no knees there. I'm not going to do transformation because honestly, I've only transformed him into canon mode and back, and I don't want to try doing that on camera. But the alt mode is really nice. I mean, I'll maybe stop and transform him. Um, but he does look so Galvatron. He looks like he stepped right out of the comics, and he scales pretty good with other toys. I don't have any other like season 3 Decepticons kicking about next to me, but he looks pretty great next to any of them. There's some next to like Twin Twist, and you can see it's pretty much what you would expect for the height. Roadbuster seems a little bit, maybe a little bit not as big, but just the weapons does make him sort of equal size, which is fine because I don't want a Galvatron that's ginormous. Um, the original leader one or city commander, whatever he was, the G1 was a little bit big. This guy nails it. He's right size, he's right colours, and he has some cool stuff going on with him. I'm going to stop the video and transform him. Hi everyone. So I got halfway through the transformation and realised I was doing it wrong, or rather that I didn't know what I was going to do next. There was a few bits I could not figure out at all. But here he is in his alt mode. It's not really a vehicle, it's a cannon. It does have treads on it, no wheels or anything, even like fake ones or anything, just those. But it does look really nice. It's solid. It's the first time I've actually pegged it all together. There's a clip that goes between this piece and the waist piece. And the first time I went to put it in, it was really tight to put in, and I just gave up. I just didn't do it. I thought I'll just leave him. I took a photo of him sitting on a table without that bit clipped in, and it looked fine. But I thought I'll make sure that it's all in. It's a little bit more solid now, I won't deny. I've actually got the barrel in pretty solidly as well. Ooh, that's cool. It's not even. Okay, enough playing about with lasers, people. Um, I've actually got the barrel plugged in a little bit more securely than I'd managed the first time as well. It was a little bit floppy, at least until I figured out that I'd not folded out the little bits that connect this side to this side of the cannon. Now, you can see his head. I'm going to mention that because it's the most obvious and probably worst thing about this mode. There's not really any way to hide that. Everything else sort of clips together and everything's held in pretty securely. That's where these go. You can sort of fiddle about with the struts, I suppose, a little bit to give a better height or a better angle if you want. Um, it's sort of entirely up to yourselves. Colours are just the same. You get a little bit more of that purple there um, from the top of the cannon and the bitties. Side bitties which end up down there. But other than that, like it's the same. It's just the robot folded up, but it folds up really nicely. You don't ever like it shrinks down a lot. This adds a little bit more to it, but you don't ever get worried that it's like a deluxe. There's them next to Stegosaurus boy, and like they're about the same length, but there's like a lot more meat to this guy. I try to get a good like, and you can still see that even as chunky and shell formery as this basically a deluxe is, like this is all folded up and like really compact, and there's a lot of nice engineering goes into how you fold them up to this. Um, the legs are really clever. I like the legs, how they done those. And then like this bit, like the fact that okay, you can sort of see his little hands, sort of, but the way that those forearms fold up, I forgot about this, and I'd already done it once. I forgot how to do it because it is quite unusual and quite clever. And there's loads of neat little bits. And he looks pretty badass as a cannon sort of way to shoot out at things and people. Yeah, I would recommend picking this up if you're a fan at all. If you're on the fence about it and see the opportunity to get the one in this colours, unless it was the colours that were putting you off. But um, yeah, I think that's the same one, but the cannon's in a different colour on the little instruction booklet. Not instruction booklet, little card thing, and it seems to be a limited edition one. I have number 814. Fair enough. Um, there's a zero in front of that, so I'm not sure how limited edition they are. But I certainly like the look of this one a lot better than the original release. And like I've got the Unique Toys Sharkies and possibly something else from them, possibly not. But I'm liking what Unique Toys are doing. This is quality, and the Sharkies are not bad. Not bad for what they were. I'm going to try and unpeg that clip now and get them transformed back and play about with them in robot mode a bit more. But yeah, I would highly recommend it.